널 기다렸어.
The wins are what will determine the group first. That's like the first priority. It's wins, away wins, and then warnings. So this group is looking insanely even, and that's always really exciting. That's like when you get these moments where anything can happen at the end, and like I'm gonna need our old stats guy Jiwon is here. Like I'm gonna have to be like, Jiwon, I know this isn't your job anymore, but like tell me what I need to know.
He was the legendary stats guy, man. He could probably do all that in his head. He's like, what are the standings right now? Oh, okay. This guy needs to win on this map, and that needs to happen on this map. And there you go. But
guys,
guys,
we are going to his head.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have soO, the only Zerg player in the entire group, coming up here in his first game of the day and night.
He looks so, man. His hair looks so shiny, man. He looks like he got it like done today, man. He
definitely used conditioner, that's for sure.
Absolutely. He destroyed his ZVZ yesterday, taking it 3-0 to advance to Code S. And it's funny that he had to practice for that ZVZ best of 5, and there's not a single other Zerg in this group for ZVZ tonight. But you saw in his stats actually how he advanced to get here. He had some shaky moments, actually nearly losing to Tails, the guy who hasn't played the game competitively in years. But we had a lot of upsets in both qualifiers for Season 2, as basically it's like the most important thing ever, and there's so much stress on the line. If you don't advance here, that's it. See you next year. See you next year.
Next year. And right now it's just the beginning of June. Today is June 1st, right? We're at actually very close to the halfway point of the year. And people could be knocked out until next year tonight. So lots on the line, as you were saying. We're going to jump into Frost. soO playing up against Kier. It's going to be a ZVT. And this is soO's map choice, so it is his home map. Kier hoping to take the win away from soO and get that away map win. So let's jump into the map right now. soO versus Kier. Here we are on Frost, the first time we are going to be seeing this map tonight. And up here in the top left, the Zerg player, the only one in the group, it is soO.
And down here, the bottom left, in blue, his opponent, our Terran player, Kier. All right, so soO, the king of Kongs for a while, a multiple-time second-place finisher. Never really a champion. Kespa Cup is not. It's a championship, but it's not a Star League. Like,
yeah, it's a tournament. It's not a Star League.
Here's how it goes for Korean tournaments. Like, you have Star Leagues, like the GSL, which is the most prestigious by far. It's the hardest one and the oldest one. And then you have Star League, which is the newest one. Then you had like the OSL, which happened like once, wasn't really even an OSL. But then like even that was like a real Star League though. And then you have like Blizzard Cup, Hot 6 Cup, okay, those are still real tournaments, but they're not Star Leagues. Then you have, like, the Cross Finals, which is like, well, he won, like, 2 series, and, like, everyone's like, he's a champion. I'm like, no, Stats is still not actually a GSL champion or a Star League champion.
He just won a nice chunk of change and some pride, some fame defeating those players, but...
And the Kespa Cup is, like, above that level of tournaments, but, like...
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying, like, this is a really important tournament for soO. Despite the fact that he has multiple, like, Pro League titles under his belt doesn't mean as much to him, I'd say, personally, as, like, winning an actual Star League.
Yeah. So I feel like when I first took a look at the groups here, I looked at Group A, and my initial thought was TY, Kier, and soO. But Trap is playing really well today, and Bomber's even sitting at 1-1, so is Hush. So anything can really happen. I'm still favoring soO to get out of the group, but as you were saying yesterday, he had to practice for a best-of-5 ZVZ in the GSL, so obviously spending a lot of time there on his ZVZ as well. So I wonder what he's going to be playing tonight, what kind of strategies he's going to be using. Will he be going for many away cheeses?
Yeah, let's find out. Really great micro, by the way. Not a single kill on that Reaper. Even the observer was like in disbelief, like, wait, he didn't get any kills? We clicked on that again? I'm like, yeah, no, not a single Zergling even died. As we see Overlord speed on the way. I feel like soO just played this early game basically perfectly. Now he's going to do the next perfect thing, which is get Overlord speed just to make sure that he knows what's coming next. Not going to play blind on this 4-player map. And he got lucky with his... Yeah. I was just going to mention he got lucky with his Overlord Scout, so he's even going to be more in the know than he would originally.
Sending a second one over, actually, right down the middle of the map, so he will be able to get that scouting information of the entire base when he does get over there with that speed. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have Hellions coming out here. Not too much on the map so far for soO. I mean, he's about to finish Ling speed, but he only has 4 Lings and 3 Queens. So
good
Hellions could do a number.
Oh, I'm going to make all the Zergs do that trampoline jump, and then going to go down. So not a ton of information given there, but he did distract some of the units. The Hellions are, like, on vision. They can deny this tumor.
They're like, I dare you to send out a tumor. And soO does it, and it dies.
He's like, oh, can't cancel that. Killed it instantly while it was building. Queen's got to go out and make a new one. Well, Armory's on the way. 2 Liberators on the way. Uh-oh. It's time for some mag.
Look at this. 4 Hellions coming in. The Lings with speed actually doing a ton of damage before the Hellions get much damage at all. Only 4 drones for 4 Hellions. Not the best trade there for Cure.
That was actually like the perfect scenario for soO. He's like, oh, my Lings trap you. The Queens do the real damage here. The Lings also got a decent amount of damage, as you said.
Yeah.
It was like an easy cleanup. Cure's entire base and strategy is now revealed as well by these speed overlords. Baneling Nest not going to be the most useful defense here. He's actually going to need more spores. He's getting 2 right now. Adding an extra queen. Spore's not ready yet. No, I don't know if this is enough queens. I actually don't think so.
Gotta wait for that spore to finish, and there it goes. Gonna force him back. Just a small pull. Committing 2 Liberators over there. I think you should send 1 maybe towards that 3rd base. Force a bit of a response here from soO, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And no Roaches, no Ravagers, just going for straight Baneling Nest, safety, later, lair, and not much else on the map here for soO.
Yeah, getting a Roach Warren now, just, basically playing it safe, kind of trying to figure out, like, what the hell Cure is really up to. He's like, okay, Hellbat's coming across the map now. And I think the answer here is just make Roaches and Queens. Here come more Liberators. I don't know why I said it like that.
Liberators! Woo!
This is not really doing a whole lot. Like, the Hellions get cleaned up, and now he's just going to commit to even using Queens here. That's how many Queens he has. Loses 2. It was not necessary, but Spore being moved over.
I think soO's pretty happy to trade 1 Queen for all of that. And this Liberator going to go down too, only forcing... Oh, that's definitely going down. Really unfortunate not unsieging it, actually, soon enough.
Well, now we have Stim on the way and more barracks.
Okay. Kind of a strange build here from Cure. He's like going Biomech or something, because he went for that Armory, right? And
yeah.
He didn't go for any upgrades, but he's just using it for Hellbat.
Exactly.
So it's like Hellbat, Bio, and now he's going to add in the...
It's
engineering bays. I mean, maybe
it's hella weird.
Maybe he was trying to go for an all-in, but losing those early Hellions, he was just like, well, I don't know, I have this Armory now, I might as well try to do something.
I mean, these Liberators are denying mining time at best. By the way, he wants him to be focused on that while he drops these 2 Banelings down. A very quick reaction by Cure, though. It's not like this is the first time he's ever seen this.
Yeah, he did get a bunch of damage at the natural, which we actually missed.
Oh my god, he could have actually dropped right on those SCVs. He was not paying attention.
Good drop in here. It's about the best shots he can get. Not only getting 2 more SCVs, so a total of 9.
Could have been like massive damage down the ramp. It's actually starting to work out for him though. Like, he's killing too many drones. He's denying too much mining. This is this is kind of silly. Like, this game that we're watching right now. This is how much he's committed to these Liberators, with 2 more on the way as well. All right, down it goes. Roach is coming across the map for a counterattack, but the Liberators, again, are going to be the answer. With the supply depot wall, he doesn't really have to worry about the zoning. He needs to raise the depots, though.
Whoa.
What?
He just walks on in, and there's not that much Zerg here, so it should be cleaned up. I was actually kind of surprised that soO did commit that heavily to the attack. But
I guess maybe that's why he didn't raise the depots. He was like, I dare you to come in, but...
Because there were more Liberators behind it, so going to be an easy defense there.
All right, 3rd base is up now. And Stim is done, but he doesn't have that much bio yet, actually. I want to check exactly how much he has.
2 Marines.
Okay, well, I mean, he has 2 Hellbats, so that's bio, but it can't Stim, unfortunately, so.
I don't know how you can really defend this third. I mean, Ravagers are the direct reply to the Liberators, and that's the majority of this army. There are 4 Hellbats, too. But, I mean, try to siege up those Liberators and see how it goes. It's not going to do too well against the Ravagers.
Yeah, I'm really just struggling to understand the idea behind this comp. It's like Bio, Hellbat, Liberator, and soO like lost a lot of mining time, but now that he's stabilized, I think he can even just take a 4th base. And he's even like keeping this Bio army so small because the Liberators, like you said, they can't really siege up. It's like, yeah, I'm getting decent trades with the Bio, denied your 3rd base for a long time. Now he's adding Hydras in. Looks like he actually wants to kind of end the game sooner than actually play a longer one.
He's making a massive amount of units right now. 7 extra Hydras up to 12, and he's making 12 Roaches now here too. Getting that range on the +1. So probably going to make a push here in just a bit.
That one Ravager going to finish there right before its egg died. Going back up to full health. And I mean, Cura's going to try to do something with his one Liberator. He's going to fly past the Spore. It's going to have to move. Some drones will be killed. Some repositioning will be had. But I'm really worried about him when it comes to defending the next attack.
Yeah, you can only rely on Harass for so long. You know, you could get an advantage early on in the game with it. And he is forcing soO back.
Yeah, for the time being, for sure.
And he did kill 10 drones. soO is actually just going to take a 4th base. It doesn't look like he wants to commit to the attack just yet, making some more drones and getting some more upgrades as well.
Cure has stopped producing Liberators. These are his last 2, and he's switching to medevac production. But the question is, does he have enough bio underneath those 6 medevacs to hold this attack? These units have +1. And it's 1-1 to 1-1. Both sides having the same upgrades right now. And this is a lot of Hydras, though. He needs to basically just avoid the siege tanks, and if he can fight this mostly Marine army with good Hydra shots and good corrosive biles, Concussive Shell's nearly done. That's actually going to help out quite a bit as well. Here we go. He might commit. Even under siege tank fire, kind of a risky choice. Even hitting himself with his own corrosive biles. It's just so much Zerg, but still, siege tank's on the high ground. I don't know if he can break this. There's a lot of medevacs. I think this is a bad choice.
Very big overcommittal, and at the same time, he's getting denied mining here. Although soO is going to push up here, there is still one tank firing down.
Yeah, the tank actually really turning this game around with both tanks. And look at this. All this harassment now not dealt with. 17 drones died at home. His economy is in tatters. And the approach here, considering what he scouted, I think was the right choice for a long time, but I don't know if he quite realized what he was up against after that. And Ravagers don't have that much health. Bio will just out DPS them with enough medevacs. He attacked into the tanks. And I don't know, like, at that point, too, do you just walk home? It's kind of hard to say. It's like, well, I don't think so, because he's going to have better bio, and you don't have even Baneling speed.
Yeah, and he's not even going down the Baneling path. He's like got +2 range on the way. Kind of not sure about this composition against Terran nowadays.
We see like Europeans play this style, but like a lot differently and without Hydras. I think this was trying to be like, okay, you took too many risks. You don't have enough army. I beat you. And I think if he fought in a different angle or like not against the siege tanks, he could have won the game there. But it was a pretty bad fight.
Yeah, now he's massively behind, down 50 supply, and just continues to take more and more damage. 7 more drones go down. And even though he's got a 4th base, it's not really all that saturated with only 51 drones. So kind of struggling to stay alive as Cure, it seems like he just wants to get more ahead. He's noticed that soO isn't really responding to the harass that well. So he's just continuing with one drop around the map while he powers up back at home.
Yeah. Just like Roaches in general are very bad versus bio. Obviously, Ravagers are better if they can hit their biles, but Roaches fire slowly, medevacs heal quickly. They have like large burst damage, but like slow attack speed. Bio's the opposite, like low damage, but very high attack speed. And, you know, the Roaches just can never kill. I mean, they even struggle to kill Marines who have low health because of all the healing. And so it's really tough to beat this composition, especially when you're down 28 army supply and there are siege tanks in the mix with all these medevacs. This is almost a lost cause for soO, I'd say. He needs to hit Miracle Biles.
Love the position here on the tanks, too. Su's going to try to engage in here, force the tanks back. Some corrosive biles are coming down, but there's just so much Terran units here. And that should be it. All the tanks just doing way too much damage. Going to stim in here now. That's going to be the end of su's army.
Look at how small that Bioforce is. Still doesn't matter. GG. Just so much healing. The tanks are perfectly split. And there was no way soO could have just not fought there either, because it was playing a lose-lose game.
Yeah, so soO taking a loss on his home map, but more importantly, Cure taking a win on an away map. So he's actually sitting at 2-2 with 2 away map wins as Cure. soO now is 0-1 with that loss on his map choice of Frost. And guys, that was only game 6 of 30 that we have today. So
that's 1/5.
We're 1/5 of the way through, Wolf.
1/5 of our content for you guys for this morning, this evening, wherever you're at in the world. Like it's gonna be both evening and morning for you probably if you watch this entire broadcast. So get some snacks, get ready. Like maybe switch to like your couch, put this on your TV or something.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep in the middle of the broadcast, that's fine. You'll wake up later and watch it. We'll be on for hours.
Guys, we're gonna go to a quick break though. We'll be right back.